What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a brand new video. Today I have the top 5 best weapons in Battlefield 2042. There's probably a lot of new players coming to 2042, so I thought I'm gonna help you guys out trying to find the meta as quickly as possible, so you know instantly what guns are good and what guns are not so good. I mean, if they're not on the list, it doesn't mean they're not good, to be honest. The weapons are not really in an order. I'm gonna show what attachments I would recommend using on them, and I have honorable mentions as well in case you want to, have a little bit more variety of weapon choice. So let's get right into it. We're starting off with one of the most reliable weapons in the entire game, and it's one of the first weapons you unlock, so that's kind of convenient. It's the M5A3. I'm gonna get right into the attachments. This is what I use. The Fusion Hollow, I have Decayed Hollow, and I really like the Ghost Hybrid, so you can switch between these attachments. Then by default, I use the Standard Extended. Then I have the Close Combat, and in case I completely run out of ammo, I use the Standard Issue. As the grip, I use the LWG grip, and then I have the Laser Sight, which I also switch to quite often. And I have the Shortened Barrel as the barrel with a suppressor, the 6KU suppressor as backup in case I'm trying to go on certain flanks. Next weapon is the MP9. It's a submachine gun. You unlock this a little bit later if you haven't yet. But it's a very good gun, but you need the right attachments, and it might be a little bit tricky to use. You need an aggressive playstyle for this one in order for it to use, but it's quite good, I would say. For this one as well, Fusion Hollow, Cade Hollow, and the Ghost Hybrid. I don't use the Ghost Hybrid very much, but it's actually not too bad on this submachine gun. It looks a little bit weird, but it's not too bad. I have the Close Combat Extended by default as the max size, and then I have the drum mag as backup. The reason why I have the 40 round is because it reloads much faster, and there's only a 10 bullet difference. So I feel like the 40 round is better for most parts. And if you run out of ammo, you have the drum mag as backup. Then I have the LS1 laser sight, which I mostly use, and then I have no factory barrel. If you use a certain barrel, you always have a con to something else, so I decided not to go with any barrel, and of course I have the suppressors as backup. If you use a wrap suppressor, you have minimap stealth at 30 plus meters, and this one is minimap stealth at 15 plus meters. Now on to my favorite weapon in the game, the PP29. It's a submachine gun that you also unlock very quickly. This is not the fastest killer, but it has a crap ton of bullets when you put the extended mag on there. And it's very steady, doesn't have a lot of recoil. I feel like it's kind of just decent at everything, but especially going on longer kill streaks, it's just super consistent. So the PP29 by far my most used weapon in this game. Not a lot going on with the attachments, because you cannot put a factory mount on there, and here the same reason why I use a factory barrel, because all the other barrels kind of put you at a disadvantage, I feel like. So I have the Fusion Hollow, which I mostly use. Sometimes I'll switch to the Iron Sights. Don't really use this one, but it's mainly just Fusion Hollow. And I have the standard issue rounds backup, and I have these two ammo types. Literally, when I run out of ammo, it doesn't happen very often with this one. But it can happen. I have the factory barrel, same reason for the MP9. If you use any other barrels on there, you're going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage for something else. So I decided to just not go with a factory barrel. And I find it quite consistent. And then for the same reason, I have the wrap suppressors as backup in case you want to go on a stealthy flank. On to the Scar, and quickly, if you want to get the sights that I have right now, you need to use this camo. And then you go to the Scar right here, and then you put the Fusion Hollow, and then you will have this sights where there it is. It's a little bit different than your normal Fusion Hollow, in case that's the question, but you need to have it in combination with that skin that I was using. And I have the thermal as backup and the thermal 1.25. Don't really use those, to be honest. It's mainly Fusion Hollow. I have the drum mag as my main mag size, then the standard issue, and then the high power. It's a little bit of a slower weapon, has a slower rate of fire, but also very low recoil and really good damage from range, so it's very nice to use. And I have this smoke underbarrel, but the AP rounds are extremely good as well. And you could even put the HE rounds there, so you have 3 different types of grenade launchers. I don't really use them very often, to be honest. And I have the tactical compensator. If you don't like this, because this will increase the recoil, but weapon accuracy improves, try and go with no barrel. Try and go with the factory barrel instead. Then I have the suppressor as backup and the long barrel, which reduces the rate of fire a bit, so I don't really use that very often. Mainly just use the tactical compensator. Then I have one more gun, which I wasn't sure if I should put it in the game or in the list, but I feel like it really deserves a spot, and I think it deserves a lot more love because this gun is absolutely insane. But it's not the greatest from close. It's more better for the range because there's barely any damage drop off on this gun, so it's very consistent for the longer range kills. It is the AK-5C. Here it is, the build. By default, usually after Fusion Hollow, I use a thermal as well. And the Ghost Hybrid on this gun is absolutely amazing, so I would definitely recommend trying that. Then I have the extended mag that I use by default, standard issue, and the close combat, which reduces the effective range, so I'd try and stay away from that, because that's exactly what makes this gun very good. It's such a consistent weapon, and definitely think it deserves a little bit more love in the game, because I rarely die to it. The BCG light grip for this one, and the tactical compensator. Now, for some of the honorable mentions for guns that I would definitely recommend trying out that are extremely good, I have 7 of them. The first one is on the submachine gun. It is the SZZ3. It's a really high power submachine gun with a good fire rate, low damage, or low recoil, sorry. It's just a very consistent weapon. I just don't really think it competes with the MP9. MP9 will kill a little bit faster, but it's a very good gun overall. Then we have the VHX. You kind of want to play this gun like, not really a submachine gun, but it has that high rate of fire and the damage drop off is pretty strong, but it's a very fast killing weapon. And we have the AM40. Kind of similar story. It's more a submachine gun than an AR, but it's very good with those close quarters situations. And if you tap fire, the damage drop off is not terrible. It's just a recoil that's going to be hard to control from range. Then I have the EMR, which is on the DMR class. It's from Battlefield 3, the M39 EMR to be exact. It's a 2-shot up close. I think it's a 2-shot up to 30 meters. Very good gun. Very heavy recoil though, so you gotta try and control that, but if you're able to do that, it's a very, very effective weapon. Then I have the LCMG on the LMGs, of course. The first LMG on luck, so it's definitely an interesting one if you like LMGs. It's an aggressive one, definitely more used up close, but it's a good one to try out. We have the AC-42, which is on the assault class. It's a burst weapon. A very effective weapon if you're accurate. It's not really forgiven if you miss a lot of shots, but when you hit a lot of shots, it's very fast killing, even good up close. When you use a laser sight on there, it's got pretty good hip fire. So would recommend trying that out at least. And then we have for the sniper class the NTW. It's a one-shot sniper up to 100 meters, super slow, but it has very, very high damage. So it's literally a one-shot kill. I don't think it's a one-shot kill when you hit the legs, but you need to hit the torso, and then it's a very consistent one-shot kill. And then I have the BSV on the marksman class, which you can put in full auto mode, and it basically becomes a high damage assault rifle. Not the best up close, but because it has a built-in suppressor, it's very effective for that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel for a lot more, mainly Battlefield 6 content. We might be covering some older Battlefields in the next coming weeks. And I hope you guys have been enjoying the video. Hopefully you learned something new, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.